Have you ever felt like this balloon? Maybe you're carrying one right now. Let me show you this. Something is building inside you. A passive aggressive text, a deadline that feels impossible, an unfair situation completely out of your control. You hold it in, you stay calm, you stay polite, you stay professional, but inside, the pressure is rising. One more word, one more look, one more careless mistake, and do you know what will happen next if we keep feeding the fire in that situation? Okay, I'm gonna show you this. 3, 2, 1. That is what happens if we don't pause. We burst, we say things we regret, we damage trust, relationships, even ourselves. But there's another way. Think of Nelson Mandela. He was imprisoned for 27 years, facing humiliation, injustice, and anger that could have easily consumed him. And yet, when he finally walked free, he did not erupt in revenge. He paused. That pause transformed anger into vision, bitterness into reconciliation, and a fractured nation into a hopeful democracy. But Mandela was not alone. Think of Malala Yousafzai. At just 15, she was shot for speaking up for girls' education. The world expected anger, retaliation, even silence. Instead, Malala paused. And when she spoke again, her words were not filled with revenge, but with courage and hope. One child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. This duo shows us that the pause is not weakness. It is not silence. It is power under control. And when used wisely, it can change the course of history. What was happening in their mind is something we all have access to. When we're triggered, our brain's alarm system, the amygdala, takes over. It's like a smoke detector. Loud, urgent, but not always accurate. That's when we lash out, say things we regret, or do things we cannot take back. But here's the good news. Research shows that if we pause, even for 60 seconds, something shifts. The prefrontal cortex, the part of our brain that helps us think, reflect, and choose, comes back online. We regain control. Psychiatrist Dr. Daniel Siegel calls it, name it to tame it. When we give emotion space, we can name it, regulate it, and respond wisely. And Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor and psychologist, once said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. And in our response lies our growth and our freedom. Now, let's try something together. I invite you to close your eyes for just a moment. Take a slow breath in, hold it, and gently release it. That's it. One breath, one pause. It may seem small, but in that space, we find choice. We shift from reaction to intention. Now, I'm going to show you what happens if we take a moment to pause. You don't burst. You release. You create space to transform. You create space to respond, not from raw emotion, but from clear intention. Now, imagine if in our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, we all learn to pause before reacting. How many arguments could be avoided? How many relationships could be healed? How much energy could be redirected toward what truly matters? So, the next time you feel the pressure building, when life stretches you thin, when someone lights that match inside you, don't pop. Pause. Hold the fire and find the light. Thank you.